Welcome back guys. In the previous video, we have downloaded Salesforce CLI and VS Code and installed both of these tools in our local system. Now in this video, we are going to set up our VS Code to make it work with our Salesforce org. So once you install this extension pack, let me close it now. You can create a new SFDX project here. For that, you need to open the command palette in VS Code, and you can do that by clicking on this gear icon here and click on command palette. And here in this command palette, you need to search for SFDX create project. You can just type in create project here and you would see SFDX create project command on the top. So click on this command and now this is going to ask you for some options. For now, we are going to create our project using a standard template. So just select the first one. Let's name our project as Apex Dev Sessions. And now you need to select the location where you want to store your SFDX project. I'm going to put it under SFDC Facts Academy. So I'll select that and I'm going to create on create project. It's going to take some time, maybe like a couple of seconds or so, and then it's going to create a blank SFDX project for you. Let me close this notification. And now if you go to your file browser, you would see that Apex Dev Session has been created by Salesforce CLI. So whenever you run these commands from command palette here in VS Code, like SFDX create project, the VS Code runs some Salesforce CLI commands in backend. So that's why installing Salesforce CLI is very important before you install VS Code and start your Salesforce development. If you don't have Salesforce CLI installed, then these commands will not work. So make sure you install Salesforce CLI and VS Code both. And now we have got a blank SFDX project with us, and we are going to develop our application here in our local system, and then we are going to deploy our changes back to our Salesforce org. So in order to deploy our changes to Salesforce org or take some metadata from the Salesforce org to our local system, first we need to authorize our Salesforce org in the VS Code so that the VS Code can access the data or metadata in our Salesforce org. For that, let's open the command palette again. So you can go to this gear icon and click on command palette here, or you could also use Command Shift P as a shortcut to open the command palette. In Windows, the shortcut is Control Shift P, and in Mac, it's Command Shift P. Now this time we are going to run the authorize Salesforce org command. So we are going to select this authorize an org. And here it's going to ask you about like which org do you want to authorize. Is it a sandbox or is it a production? So here, since we are working with a developer edition org, we need to select the production one. Now we need to name our Salesforce org. This name can be anything that you want to choose, but try to give it a meaningful name. I'm going to call it Apex Dev org, and that's it. Now it's going to open a new tab in your browser where you need to supply your credential. So make sure that you supply the credential for your developer org here and click on login button. So once you click on this login button, you may see a prompt about asking your permission to give VS Code access to your Salesforce org. Just click on allow button there and then it will take you to this page. Now let's go back to the VS Code, and here you will see a message that authorizing a Salesforce org is successfully completed. And here you will also see our org name within the local SFDX project. So expand this .sfdx folder and open this sfdx config JSON file, and you will see that our default username is Apex Dev org, which is the alias that I've just given. So now our VS Code is connected to our Salesforce org, and we can start developing our application here in our local system, and then we can deploy those changes to our Salesforce org. In the next video, I'm going to give you a demo of how we can retrieve our metadata or the classes that we have created so far, how we can bring those classes back to our local SFDX project, and then we are going to make some changes in our local SFDX project and we are going to deploy those to our Salesforce org. So I'll see you guys in the next video.